All right, guys, how's it going? It's me again. I've not been around much recently, I've not been very well. My morning briefings explain all that. I won't go into that. But I think I'm back in a position to start doing the review of the Spanish football dailies again for you. Normally, I go and do that 7 days a week for you, but I've not done it for about 10 days. I've just recorded a video about Trent Alexander-Arnold, a standalone video because it's quite long. I was reading the latest article out, if you like, from Madrid. So you might want to watch that video. To be honest with you, I don't know if it'll be before this one or after this one, but it'll be obvious which one it is. More of a detailed version of this video, if you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep this very brief and just tell you, I've had a look at today's Spanish football dailies for you. Skipping straight to the most interesting thing is Trent Alexander-Arnold, but it's not in today's print media. It might be in tomorrow. It's something that's come out this morning from AS, which is detailed in the other video I'm telling you about. And basically in that article or that video, it's basically saying that Real Madrid, tried to sign him a couple of times in January, gave up. Liverpool absolutely adamant that we're not going to negotiate anything in January. Liverpool hoping that they can win the Premier League, the Champions League, and on the last home game of the season, that maybe Anfield will make him cave, emotionally. That's what they said in the article. But Real Madrid don't expect him to U-turn. They're saying that that's the only thing that could make the Trent deal collapse now would be if he changed his mind. But the article is very much like, well, it's 90% done, it's unofficially done, it's all but done apart from a signature. And they're saying that the player is continually, feeding back, if you like, that he does want to go and play for Real Madrid. And that nobody should think, hang on a minute, yeah, but this happened with Alphonso Davies at Bayern, because that situation ran parallel with Trent, if you remember. But Real Madrid didn't try and sign him in January. And that player was always in and ahhing from right back from last summer, I believe. Whereas they're emphasising this article now, Trent, he wants to come and play at Real Madrid with his best friend. All right, so that's what the article's about. Real Madrid won't be trying to sign Trent Alexander-Arnold today. No last-minute offers to Liverpool. They offered 15 million, 15 million euros, which is 12.8 million pounds, I think, and which we've heard that figure before. Although I think the Liverpool journos, Joyce and that, tried to make out it was 25 million euros. Do you remember that? Yeah, so they both have got different versions as to what that amount was. So that's it. Nothing should happen with Trent. I don't expect anything to happen with Trent today, but just in case you're thinking, oh, could it happen? So that's the latest from Madrid, and that video is on here today. All right. So yeah, but basically that's what I say. But I read the actual article in full to you. Right. The only other things I'm going to mention to you today is that Valencia won 2-1 at home over Celta Vigo. I think it was yesterday. My boy Iago Aspas wasn't involved. He's still out injured. But Georgi Mamardashvili was in goal for Valencia. But he was only handed a 1-star rating out of 3. He's not been getting a lot of star ratings, to be honest with you, of late. But, this is a table that's struggling, trying to avoid relegation. Some of his teammates are getting 2 stars and 3 stars. But the last 10 days, I haven't been following it. So I could be talking, out of turn. Maybe he's had a 3-star performance in his last game. It was an important win for Valencia. They now lie second from bottom. They're about 4 points from safety. They're 4 points to get out of the relegation zone. And all the struggling clubs around them they've all played the same amount of games, bar maybe one team, I think, a little bit higher up. Now, do you remember this kid, Suso? Hey, he's not a kid now, he's 31. He could leave Sevilla today. Do you remember him, former Liverpool attacking midfielder? He was very popular with the fans at the time. He was tipped, actually, to possibly make the switch to Valencia this week, but that looks extremely unlikely now. And they're saying, the media here, this is Marca, is saying that Olympiacos are said to be trying to make something happen, but it's starting to sound a bit like he might stay where he is. Now, Sevilla, they've been very active, I understand, in terms of exits. Excuse me. But there's no sign of Loic Bardet being moved on. Do you remember him? He's the centre-back. He's 24. years of age. Liverpool have been linked with him many times. He was dubbed like a replacement for Virgil van Dijk if he was to leave. And there was, if you remember at the time, after the transfer window closed in the summer, it was claimed that Richard Hughes went out to Seville. At the time, I remember making videos about Loic Bardet and saying, there's a claim that Richard Hughes has gone out there for some reason. And then one of you guys pointed it out and said, hey, don't forget you mentioned that Loic Bardet. So we don't know if it was that. But we do know that Liverpool have been watching him. I do keep an eye on Loic Bardet in terms of reports. This is what I mean by when I check the papers every day. It's not all about fucking Trent and Lubamendi and stuff like that. I do listen out for Bardet as well for you. Okay, there's a number of players. So that's basically it. There's nothing in sport, no mention of Luis Diaz or anything. So that's your lot. All right. So I'm going to try and get back into things. I'm a little bit uncomfortable sat here, to be honest with you. But I think as the week goes on, maybe things will get better. So tomorrow morning, I will get, we'll review the newspapers again for you and try and keep you informed. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for all the lovely messages and that. If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a beer or a quaff, I shouldn't be having a fucking beer. But you never know, when I feel better. There's a love heart under my video. Hit that motherfucker. All right, guys. And I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's morning briefing. I'll be live on here tonight, 7 o'clock UK, if not before. I was going to do, when it's deadline day, I usually do an all-day stream, like 5, 6 in the morning till midnight. I think we did, was it 18 and a half hours, 17 and a half hours in the summer? I can't do that today. There's no way I could sit in this chair that long today, because I'm not feeling too good. All right, so I'll leave it with you. Thumbs up, comment, love that, nice one. Speak to you soon. All right.